like how Stroud Eklund owns everything. It's getting into too big to fail.
Oh, yeah?
I flew my... first Starship. It was virtual, but still.
Mess with me and I'll serve you my famous knuckle sandwich. Scared, aren't you?
Hey there.
Have you got the data? So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it? Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this. So, looks like maybe someone thought they could hack into the system. Looks like maybe they did. The one that didn't have nothing to do with this zone?
Why in the world would I want to break the law? Galving, no less. I do quite enough business.
Always good to see another badge.
I've got limited resources.
All right,
I need some time to verify this. Again, don't tell me how you got this slate from Emilio. I don't want to know. The data on this slate could very well be crucial. Thank you again for getting the data from Emilio. I couldn't have gotten this slate without your help. Thank you.
You've got something for me? Talk to you later.
don't have it. Gotta run soon. I'm late to a meeting. Hi there. Oh, hey, what's up? Not interested.
You need something? Hey, you wouldn't happen to know where the socket nuts are?
No way.
My apartment's in the same area. I got a bad case of the brain fog. I can't seem to remember which... Really? Is this some sort of scam? I'll have you know, I got no creds. Not yet. I'm actually starving, but I think I have some canned goods at home. I've got some chronic health problems. Aches, pains, you name it, I got it. They put me on some pretty hard meds, and it takes a while for the fog to clear. The doc said to give it a few hours, but I'd rather not stick around this dump any longer than I have to. Andy, sing. Well, if I'm gonna owe anyone, I'd rather it be the house than the UC. All right, you win. Seeing as I got no one else, might as well roll the dice with a stranger. So, go on, lead the way.
You know what? Stay as long as you like. And don't... Sure I can. Just tell me who it's for, and we can get it sorted. I've got it right here. Is this for you to hear?
Well, I don't have any credits, so...
Then you're good. I already talked to Andy, and this one's on the house.
Thanks, Kay.
You're welcome, kid. It's just good to see you. You know, there was a time when you'd be in here every night.
Things change, Kay.
I know. Believe me, I know. And I get it's hard to come out here, but just... don't be a stranger, okay?
I'm sorry, I'll try not to.
Cool. Here's the soup. Be careful, it's a little hot.
No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keeps us on our toes.
Hi, mister.
Ah, here we are. Home sweet home. At the end of the day, home is home, even if it's a bad one. But thanks for the help. I probably would have found it on my own, but it would have been a chore. Oh, right, the soup from Kay's. Man, it's been a long time since I had a warm meal. You might say that. Before I got hurt, I used to stop by Kay's every night for a soup and a sandwich. It didn't matter how bad my day was, or how empty my pockets were. As long as I had my food and my beer, I'd be good. All that weight would just wash away. And to be honest, I haven't felt that feeling in ages. Until now. So, you doing this for me, it means a lot. Thanks. Likewise. I don't have a lot of connections around here. Not anymore, anyway. I appreciate meeting someone I can call a friend. Thanks.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
eyes on the...
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again. Your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need. We're in uncharted territory here. It's inevitable. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day. And yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening. I don't. Not for sure. It's all a theory, certainly, but it is completely supported by the data and observation, like all good science. It's the best we have to go on right now. It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news. We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it will become. If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself, and some nearby portion of the city, to destruction. Now, as of yet, there has been no response, and clearly none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City. Certainly wouldn't have been my first suggestion. Something about the common roots of humanity or some such. Politicians and their metaphors. Of course you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years. I'm sorry, I'll get to the point. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch. I'm afraid I can't be two places at once, and I have too much going on here. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kessler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
Aquila would be a quaint world to retire on, if the damn wildlife wasn't so hostile.
You heard of the Helios Retreat? Supposed to be some new age healing center for reforming criminals or whatever. Going up an Institute. I'm not holding my breath.
I want to suggest
Everything you see here is a piece of Aquila City's history. Hi! Please feel free to have a look around. It's the reason I started this place. Very well. People are proud of their history here, so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips. Aquila City was founded over 150 years ago by Solomon Coe, a scientist and explorer from Earth. Along with other settlers, Coe built the structures you see in the part of the city we call the core. Those proud buildings still stand today. The planet was dangerous, so they built a wall around their settlement. Eventually, they ran out of space and started building outside the wall. There were so many buildings that they had to build another, larger wall, forming a second outer ring around the growing city. Of course, the city didn't stop growing, and before long, the third wall, the outer wall you see today, was constructed. Today, Aquila City is the proud capital of the Freestar Collective, and the Council of Governors continues to meet here when they need to. There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Coe family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here. Well, all of them were owned by our city's founder, Solomon Coe. He's more than that, really. He's one of the greatest heroes of the settled systems. These documents would be, like I said, priceless to the museum and to our guests. Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere. If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it. Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history. That is not something I expected to hear today. I assume you're somehow associated with the United Colonies? I've received some odd messages of late. Several that bordered on being incomprehensible. Honestly, I thought it was some kind of strange prank until now. A bunch of gibberish about dire consequences and frequency modulation and genetic reconstruction. It all came across as rather unhinged. Well, I'm afraid you've wasted your time because I'm not authorized nor particularly inclined to release any of our pieces. That includes 100-year-old tree branches. Sorry, but it's staying in storage. I have artifacts that date all the way back to the time of Solomon Coe himself. I hear what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's out of the question. Now you're just trying to confuse me. It's a dead branch, and it belongs to the museum. Handing over that branch is starting to look pretty good. Sorry, it's just too risky. I can't just hand out museum exhibits to anyone. It doesn't work that way. If this isn't some sort of hustle, go talk to Earl Fulton. I believe he may still have some leftover scraps. That, of course, is a different kind of hustle altogether. If you need a branch so badly, go talk to Earl Fulton.
If you ever find an old earth printing of the City of God, I have been looking for it for ages. Feel free to read. This is a haven for all that love letters. Oh my goodness! Is that Dracula? The original story. I simply must have this. Oh, thank you. It's so nice to have a visitor. Take care. If you want to purchase anything, just let me know. What's this? History of pirates? I've never even... My goodness, the original source for Blackbeard! This is amazing! Here.
I don't care about the evidence you made. Sometimes intuition has gotten there.
Oh, Moby Dick! I had 2 copies. I foolishly sold both. I'm happy to have it returned to my collection. Thank you. War of the Worlds. Need I say more? Here, take my money. I almost want to close up the shop. Oh. I'm afraid there's nothing you have that I don't already have. Sorry. Let's see. Would someone really take...
Step right in, ma'am, and feast your eyes on the marvelous attractions of Honest Earl's Alien Extravaganza. Welcome, welcome. Let me ask you a simple question, friend. Are you prepared to see something so wondrous and strange that you're sure never to forget it? With pleasure. We got animals from the deepest, darkest corners of the settled systems. What you'll see will delight and amaze. Just a modest fee, and you can feast your eyes. I envy you. truly, for this opportunity.
You hate it here already? We just moved here. I think you should give it a few months.
But what if...
Absolutely. There's a reason folks around here call me Honest Earl. Step right through this door and take as long as you like perusing the menagerie. Oh, and please don't attempt to feed the creatures. In fact, it's best if you don't touch them either.
I can read the sign.
Of course you can.
This doesn't really look like much of a zoo. More like a sideshow attraction.
Mysteries lie in... Confound that woman. I paid good credits for that lumber, which, by the way, she was just going to throw out, and she has no right to say otherwise. Why, if I had a receipt, I would gladly produce it. And after all that, none of my exotic beasts would even touch the stuff. In the end, I'm the one who was robbed. Sorry, what? You're not here to settle accounts? Huh. May I ask what your business is, then? Don't say. Well, my friend, you will be happy to know that this is your lucky day. I do indeed still happen to have some of that exquisite hardwood and would be willing to part with it for just a few credits. I'm thinking perhaps, 500 credits ought to cover the storage expenses, not to mention what it'll take to purchase alternate food supplies for my exhibits. I think that's a more than fair deal, don't you? What? No, not at all. It may not at present appeal to any of my attraction's inhabitants, but I never know what wonders I may acquire in the future. It would just be bad business to part with it and not expect some amount of compensation. Surely you can understand that. No? Ah, well, that's too bad. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. Mind you, I can't be sure I'll still have any. And if by chance I still do, I may have no choice but to raise the cost. Business expenses, you see. An enterprising mind, a keen sense of fairness, and a love for the hard-working folk of this city. Well, that's what honest Earl is known for. You can travel the whole of the settled systems and... If that's your attitude, then please remove yourself from the premises and make way for the other customers. Honest Earl, that's what folks call me. Though you may be leaving, the memories you make here...
Earl Fulton should have a piece of the wood you need. Go bother him. The branch is the museum's property. Most people know Solomon Coe as the founder of Aquila City and the father of the Freestar Collective. He was an astrophysicist who lived on Earth in a place called Wyoming. Solomon was born around the time people first started living in space. Later in life, he designed starships, and when Earth was in peril, those ships helped to save humanity by taking them to new homes in the stars. The bravery and heroism it took to save humanity. Whew, goosebumps. During the Great Exodus, Solomon came to this world. He named our star Cheyenne, which was also a place on Earth, and gave Aquila its name too. He and some others built the settlement that would go on to become Aquila City, and his descendants still live here today. I hope you enjoyed your visit.
Honest Earl, that's what folks call me. You know, you don't just get a name like that. Absolutely. There's a reason folks around here call me. If that...
You want to do some good for the city? Let me know.
Recycled air. Just isn't the same as the real thing.
Liftoff looks good. All systems. Orbital pattern locked in. Gear looks green, ready to land.
There's something for you when you have a moment.
Hello, Captain.
Here, I have something for you. Oh, you're incorrigible. I picked it up on one of our latest planetary expeditions. I'm more than just an extra gun, you know. Sure. And I'll include a thank you card as well. Check back with me from time to time after we return from our planetary jaunts. If I pick anything up, it's all yours.
should inspect... your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
The scan is perfect. You will be scanned as you enter the city. Okay. No.
What can I help you with?
I wonder if I'll miss you at that.
I hope Aquila City has what we need. Have you paid a visit to Miss Castler in Aquila City? Well, I'm sure she'll get over it. Or perhaps you could simply avoid Aquila City. Maybe the entire Freestar Collective. No great loss there. Now, I just need a moment to analyze this and synthesize an audio response to our friend here. Right, so we'll feed in a sample. Now the program will incorporate the genetic and chemical makeup of the sample, extrapolating the size and structure of the original tree. This was put together rather hastily, so complete accuracy is impossible. But I'm hoping it's enough. And there it is. Our best hope for a positive solution to this mess. So, we now have a simulated response to our tree. All that's left is to play it. An excellent question. I have been wondering myself. I've been forced to listen to this SSNN kiosk chatter incessantly this entire time. I think it could be put to better use. We don't have time to go through the proper channels, but if you can find a terminal and get this uploaded into their system, it might do the trick. Then I fear all this hard work will be for naught. I would hate to see this tree come down, but we may be out of options. I have no doubt that you will.
You can't go in. You Do you have a story for me or not?
David's my friend. He writes me. All this way.
Hey, wow. No funny stuff with that pack.
We've done it! I'm already seeing reductions in the strength of the vibrations. The tree is calming down. I can hardly believe that worked. I did my best, but it's not magic. There are no guarantees. I don't know. We've been in uncharted territory this whole time. That doesn't stop now. With the immediate crisis hopefully over, I can slow down and review everything we've learned. And certainly, I'll be keeping a much closer eye on our friend going forward. And you have saved this tree and advanced our scientific knowledge of our environment. Noble work across the board. You have my gratitude and that of every citizen in New Atlantis, though they don't know it. Things could have ended badly. And for all of your help. The tree seems to have calmed down. Thank you.
daughter spends a fortune to maintain the lodge, but I'd say it's worth every credit.
I like going on adventures with Dad, but I like being able to come home to my room, too.
While we're here, perhaps we should check in with Mateo or Noel. Mind bunking on the ship, but nothing is better than unwinding in your own quarters.
Rise and shine. We've got things to do.